What up, Dokkaners? We've got a data download happening later on today, a maintenance happening later on today. So this is a friendly reminder to Dokkan responsibly before that time comes. In this video, we're going to be discussing ways that you guys can prepare for the upcoming maintenance, how you can optimize the maintenance period, and what we can expect to see from the upcoming data download, because there will be a data download and there will be new stuff coming in. So let's talk about it, starting with the timing of it all. So August 16th at 1800, which is basically 6 p.m., 1 hour after the day's reset, all the way until the next day early morning for me. But basically, it's a 6.5 hour window for the maintenance to take place. Sometimes it can get delayed, sometimes it can be done faster. Either way, you always want to plan for the more, urgent situation, which is a longer maintenance period. So for 6.5 hours, at least you will be idle. You will not be able to play the game, but you are given a 1 hour opportunity before we go into maintenance to do your new missions for the day. Note how this is dropping at 1800 as opposed to 1700, which is what I normally would say in these types of videos. But because of the fact that we are getting a 1 hour grace period between the start of the reset and then, you can actually take this time to burn up your stamina by doing your daily activities for the day. Usually the daily missions take approximately 75 to 80 stamina per day, I think. But if you are doing like the Pan event, if you're doing other random events, then of course that can eat up some stamina as well. Let's actually go over that. So if we go over to the event tab, let's say you're going into this, you're starting the reset day, you've got 150 stamina left over. You finish the Whis event, that's only available once every 7 days. This one costs you 30, right? So that's going to bring it down to 120. Then you've got the physical orb event, that's 15. Another physical or another random orb, which would be another 15. So that's 30 so far. So 60 stamina has been used. You've got 90 left over. Oh, that's it. In terms of daily events and what you need to do for missions, that's pretty much the most important stuff. So with 90 stamina left over, what can you do? Well, obviously you could do other events. One thing that I like to do for quick and easy stamina or Zenny is to do the Hercule event. This is not the same as an Extreme Z Battle's newest stage, where there it costs you 0 stamina. Here it costs you some stamina, but the trade-off is that this is much easier. It's one Hercule fight that takes 30 seconds to do the whole map. So this is a great way to burn up stamina. Of course, the Pan event is a fantastic, useful tool for this because you burn up 100 with the second stage, you burn up 80 with this stage. So before you know it, if you have a 360 stamina setup like I do, and you use these 2 runs, that nukes out half of your stamina in an instant. So this is a great way to do it, which I would highly recommend. And then anything else that you would do, like the Kai farming from some of the story events that are available right now in game, like Goku and his friends are back, or the hot chocolate Majin chocolate thing, this one. You could do those 2 events and burn up some stamina as well. So there are multiple ways to do this, and I would recommend that you do it. Like I said, this has happened before where a maintenance has been extended. One time it was extended so badly that it took over 24 hours and some people missed out on some rewards. They didn't do the daily missions the previous day. After 24 hours, those missions that were not done simply remain undone. They don't get auto-completed and given to you. You have to do the work. And if you don't do the work, well, then you don't get the credit. So it's always good whenever you can to get all that stuff done ahead of time. But now let's talk about what we can expect from this maintenance period ending. What can we expect from the data download that follows? Well, let's start by taking a look at the update 5.14.0. This is the quality of life update that will be giving us the very useful tool where you can see just how much of a charge you have on your charging meter. So this is going to be especially useful for Spirit Bomb Z, Spirit Bomb G. Well, actually, not GT, just Spirit Bomb Z. Very useful. And any other future charge techniques that will be coming up. And then we've also got the animation skip feature being updated. So now it'll skip standbys, finish effects, and revive counters. And if you noticed, I showed this real quickly and the Ribrianne. The reason why these 2 units are here is because these 2 units are some of the animations that will not be skippable still. This is not a skippable animation. Why? Because this is not an intro animation. This is simply a unit's passive using the animation effect. Same goes for this. This unit, launch, for crying out loud, sneezes and transforms, and you can never ever skip that. Here as well, you just bloom into a love explosion or whatever they call it, and you transform. What I don't understand though is why does the original unit have a super attack? Like, why is this actually in the data files? It's very interesting. But anyway, this is the only animation that cannot be skipped. So I think it's these 2. I think it also applies to the tech free-to-play the int Great Saiyaman Gohan. Yeah, that one also has an unskippable animation. Maybe at some point they will allow us to skip that as well. The option for skipping, blah 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 blah. Cool. Optimized burst mode, so they will be removing any advantageous characters that could make an event a little bit easier to run, and they call this optimization. They basically made this harder, but all right. and then some bug fixes and overall. That is one thing that we can very easily expect to come out of this data download, but it doesn't end there. Because we are so close to when we should be getting the worldwide download countdown festivities, we should be getting some worldwide download related things. Keep in mind, we received an announcement about the Dismal Future Red Zone event. Perhaps we could receive some possible assets for the upcoming event festivities. Perhaps this is part of the worldwide download countdown campaign. Maybe Red Zone will be the main event that happens during the countdown celebration. We never know, right? So that could always be a thing. And if that happens, this could be part of the data download. Now, a major one that I would highly expect in this data download is going to be this. Because if you guys saw my previous video talking about the worldwide download celebration being confirmed and all that, I also talked about how these two units are probably going to be receiving EZAs. Like it or not, folks, we might be infringing a little bit on some of the slots where we were hoping for Future Saga characters to be given EZAs. But you know what? These two units are Future Saga, just not the ones that you were hoping for. Future Android 17, Future Android 18, both units were given these sticker assets in a late July data download for JP. This was back when the Tech Dokkan Festival Trunks received his data download. In here, you can see the androids over here. And so the only reason why a unit would be receiving sticker assets is either because it is a Dokkan Festival unit or because the unit is about to be receiving an EZA. And that is why those two androids are probably going to be among the few that receive the EZA during this upcoming celebration. Could Global get this in an upcoming data download? Sure, it's possible. I feel like this is a very likely scenario to take place given how early JP received this. It's only natural that Global gets it too because we are on a similar schedule for this worldwide download. There might be a few components that are different, but for the most part, I think worldwide download is exactly the same across the board. So I would expect some Future Saga or at least Dismal Future stuff to be in the data download. And I don't really know if there's going to be much else. They're definitely, I would like to think, they're definitely not going to be, dropping any teasers for the actual Dokkan Festival units and all that. I will say though, in the past, maybe not necessarily this data download, but in the past, Global has actually leaked, or not leaked, but inadvertently dropped some crucial info through the data download, and it ruined the upcoming live stream, which we still haven't had announced yet. So, if there is anything like that, if there is some sort of a spoiler that comes up in the data download, I will try to protect you guys as much as I can in the thumbnail and in the start of the video. But I will let you guys know that if we do end up getting some sort of a reveal prematurely, I do have to cover it for the sake of the news. So try to understand that if you are someone who doesn't want to be spoiled on this stuff, I will warn you guys ahead of time. So that way you guys can get out before, it's too late. And also, I would highly recommend you stay off social media if you are trying to go into this worldwide download celebration completely unscathed and spoiler free. So that is it, folks. Prepare, Dokkan responsibly, burn up that stamina so that way you do not have anything to worry about when we go into maintenance. The longer it takes, the more free stamina you get back when we ultimately get back into the game. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what do you typically do to burn up your stamina last minute before any sort of deadline? Even if it's for maintenance or if it's for going to school, going to sleep, whatever it may be, what is your go-to maneuver for burning up stamina really, really fast before you want to just put down your phone, put down your device, and go do other things? Let me know your thoughts overall, and what do you suspect we could be getting from this incoming maintenance data download? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let each other know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.